Welcome to day 3 of Wealth Witchery. I'm your host, Reverend Valerie Love. It is so good to meet you, and it is so good to know that you are here to practice Christian witchcraft. Yes, we use the Bible. We use the Bible because the Bible is a grimoire. The Bible is mystical, medical, metaphysical, allegorical. It's magical. It's all those and more. And so today is spell 3. Now, before we go deeper into spell 3, I'm going to recap for you spells 1 and 2. And here we are on spell 3. Tomorrow, you're going to get spell 4. And day 5, you will get day 5 with instructions. Okay? So, first of all, why are we doing this? We're doing this because you have an empire that you are creating. You are creating a glorious empire on planet Earth. And this empire is coming from within yourself. This empire is what you know you are led to create, to bring to the earth. Imagine that Michael Jackson brought to us dance and music, song, and artistry. Those are my beautiful grandkids. Hi, that one's Ether. And Danessa Myrick's brought to us beauty with her makeup. She's a makeup empire. And who else? There's so many. There's so many. You're bringing forth something from within yourself to the world. It's not the reverse. You're trying to go get something. I don't teach magic that teaches you how to go get something. There's nothing you need to get. You already have it. And so the recognition must be that I already have it. And it is my assertion, though I cannot prove this by scientific methods, it is my assertion that the only reason that you want the thing is because your future self has already sent message back to you, since time is an illusion, that you already have it. Your future self is already glorious. Your future self is already, there is a self of you that already has it, that is already glorious, that is already at the pinnacle, and it's calling you up. Consider that. Reflect on that. Chew on that. Digest that. Like, I already have it. And if you don't want to think in terms of a future you, think in terms of your doppelganger. What is a doppelganger? A doppelganger is another version of you. Now, we have already proven through science that there are multiple dimensions. There's dimensions, just multiple dimensions. We already know this in science. There's multiple dimensions. You exist on all the dimensions. You exist right here and right now on all dimensions. Fathom that. And because you exist in all the dimensions, that means that in certain dimensions that are parallel universes to this current universe that you're in this form, there's another version of you in another parallel universe, baby. There is another version of you in a parallel universe. And I always say to our clients and our members of the mystery school and all of our incredible groups that we work with, I always say there's a version of me that's a crackhead, and there's a version of me that's a queen, a super rich queen, and there's a crackhead. Like, the worst of you, not saying that the crackhead is the worst of all people. I'm talking about if in some parallel universe, I probably do have a doppelganger that's a crackhead. And in another parallel universe, I have a doppelganger that's killing it, multi-billionaire queen of something. Right? You have access to all of that. So when you look at the work of Bert Goldman, I believe it's Bert Goldman, he taught you through, I'm going to tell you exactly where you can find this work of Bert Goldman, through I'll get you the link. Bert Goldman talked about how you can connect with your doppelganger. Now, family, I promise you, this is not part of this spell. This is coming forward in this moment. And I say, okay, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to share it with you. how you can connect with your doppelganger in another parallel reality. This is what he did. His doppelganger in another parallel reality was an artist. He was feeling like he wanted to be an artist. Why are you drawn to certain things? It's because there's an aspect of you, a doppelganger, another version of you in another parallel universe that already has the thing. Now, I'm going to tell you the scientific backing for this in a moment because I don't just throw out woo woo woo, woo woo shit. I'm not a woo woo kind of girl. I come from financial services. I have a very pragmatic side to me. I love spreadsheets. I love facts. I love truth. I love substantiation. I don't just go with woo woo things. It has to fit together and it has to have some kind of sense. It can't, and I'm not a believer, I'm more of a skeptic. I don't just believe something because people say it. So, Burt Goldman was feeling the urge to artistry. He wanted to be an artist, specifically paint. And why was he feeling that? Because a doppelganger, another version of himself in a parallel universe, already had it, was already doing it. And of course, he was in connection. You're in connection with all your doppelgangers. And it could be millions of your doppelgangers. I mean, it could be infinite. This is real trippy. Okay. So he went into meditation. How do you connect with your doppelganger? You go into meditation. That's exactly it. Come on, Danielle. Danielle, see what I'm telling you about these spiritual masters, Minister Danielle? Do you see what I'm telling you about these spiritual masters? They would see that's why our minds all work together because we're like this when we come together. That is it. Thank you so much, Minister Danielle. Mwah. Okay. So now he went into meditation and he got into contact with that doppelganger. And he was able to travel to where that doppelganger was. And that doppelganger had art all over. That doppelganger was like a world renowned artist. And he started to ask the doppelganger, how do I hold the paintbrush? What do I do? Several sessions. And next thing you know, he became an artist and his work was in the museums. He never went to school for it. Never went to school for it, never got a teacher for it. His teacher for it was his own self. It was his own doppelganger. Okay, then he proved it again. He did all this when he was about 70, 80 years old. Come on in, come on in, come on in, everyone. How you loving, how you loving? He now wanted to become a photographer. You ever wonder how you have all these different interests? Like, ooh, certain things intrigue you. Like, oh, I love photography. Everyone in my world knows that when people are taking pictures, I say, give me that phone. And I angle it right. I love being behind the camera. Where is that coming from? There's another doppelganger that's already a world-renowned photographer. Valerie Doppelganger. That's a world-renowned photographer. Okay, so he went into meditation and he contacted the doppelganger for incredible photography. And he began to learn from that doppelganger. And next thing you know, he started taking pictures as the way, now that he made the connection with that doppelganger and he asked for the information from that doppelganger, the doppelganger began to give him more insight, more information about that particular thing. We already know that we're energetically connected to the whole universe. You already know that because you've already tested that. And who I'm talking to all of y'all. Y'all already know what I'm talking about. Miss Empri, now that you finished your breakfast, you want to take your shower? Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Love you. You want to say hi to the people? This is my beautiful granddaughter, Empress Solara. Say hi. Hi. Okay, okay, Empri, go get your shower. Okay, sweetie boo boo. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the doppelganger began to teach him all about photography. Next thing you know, he started taking the pictures of the just pictures, and he was being led by the doppelganger. Next thing you know, he was taking such amazing photography. His pictures started being in shows and exhibits. He never had a teacher. He never had anyone tell him anything to do. So I want you to understand what power, what immense power you have in your hands. And when you understand the immense power you have in your hands, you will never again say certain things. You will never again say, I don't know how to do it. I would love to do it. I just don't know how. You will not go first thing to YouTube searching, and you won't go Googling everything first. How do I do this? How do I do this? You'll close your eyes, you'll go within, and you'll connect. Mm. You'll ask, what's drawing me to this? You will go here, not out here. I hope if you get anything from these 5 days, I hope you get that you are the entire universe and everything is within you, and everything that you require, you already have. It's within you. It's for you to activate it, wake it up, express it. Okay? I know I'm talking to the right witches, wizards, magicians, warlocks, sorcerers. Come on. I'm talking to the right people. Let's go a little further with the scientific. This is when I said, because I was looking at all this. I said, okay. But I'm skeptical. I'm from New York. So I don't just believe woo-woo shit, because I've heard a lot of woo-woo shit. I'm like, okay, whatever. And I'm just going about my business, because a lot of woo-woo things I don't get with. Yet, there are certain things that pique my interest. They resonate. I'm having some experience, because your body is like a tuning fork, and your body is also like an energetic receiving. It's like an antenna. Like your hair stands up, your the bumps rise on the back of your neck. You get the God bumps. Your whole body is like an antenna. It's receiving messages and it's giving messages at the same time. So when I heard about this whole doppelganger thing, it was intriguing, but I didn't believe it. See, there's a difference. I said, now I'm open, yet I'm skeptical. So I'm open to listening. I'm not going to say, oh, no, I'm not going to dismiss it. I just wasn't all in on it. So I'm listening. It's a new concept, it's a new idea. I don't want to be in what we would call cognitive dissonance, when new information meets your brain and it challenges the information that's already there. I do that to people all the time, because I tell people that you can be a Christian and you can have crystals. I tell people you can be a Christian and be a sorcerer. I tell people you can be a Christian and a witch. And that's like, you can literally see it like bouncing off of them. And that's how I used to be, until I grew and I began to understand universal forces, and that we have access to them. And indeed, they're here for us to activate and utilize, to lift ourselves and lift the entire globe, lift the whole cosmos. So when I heard about this doppelganger, I was like, okay. Yet, if you know and you follow along with us every Wednesday night, I'll be live tonight with the Bible. The real God is not in the Bible. If you know, yep. I so love y'all with the synchronicity, because as soon as I said it, the message was already coming. Yeah, we will be on with you Wednesday tonight at 7 p.m. with the real God is not in the Bible. So if you follow that, you know that on this channel and what I teach, we take a multidisciplinary approach to everything. We study history, we study biology, we study the sciences, the hard sciences, as well as the soft sciences, like philosophy. We study archaeology. You must take, well, I don't want to tell you what to do. I take, and this is what I have found to be very helpful, a multidisciplinary approach to the things that I'm studying. So here's what I found out. So, in other words, you might want to not just study astrology. What if you studied astrology and astronomy? You would be that much more powerful, right? What if you studied astrology and astronomy and physics? Mm, that would just inform all of it and take it all the way up even more. So, because I love physics so much, and I'm always watching physics, I'm reading books about physics, I'm listening to really powerful physics teachers. I love physics. I love science. I look for, is there anything in science that correlates to a doppelganger? That's not because I need science to tell me what's true. I don't. Science may or may not catch up with what the infinite source is doing. I don't need science to tell me what the infinite source is, because I am in of the infinite source. It's right here. I am experientially in the infinite source. So I don't need science to verify my experience. of infinite source, God, Allah, Jesus, whatever you call it. So I like when I find things that, oh, they're saying that in science and they're saying the same thing in spirituality. Ding, 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 ding. We have a match. I didn't need the match. I like when I find it. So here's what I found when I looked into physics. This blew my mind. You know how the universe, about parallel worlds, alternate realities, parallel universes, any of the many worlds, any of the things that you might call it. In other words, we're in this whole thing, and then there's another whole thing going on somewhere else that is like this thing. This is what I found out. And I was like, that's the connection between how parallel universes work in science. In science, oh, yeah, we have multiple doppelgangers. You're absolutely right, Iron Taylor. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier. You can have millions of doppelgangers. Absolutely. In science, the building blocks for making a whole cosmos, or let's say a galaxy, the building blocks to make it are finite. So let's say that the universe only has 15 blocks to make a galaxy. Let's just say 15 blocks. Now they can arrange those blocks in any order to make a new and different galaxy. Because it only has a finite number of blocks to create something, eventually you're going to get a duplicate. Ooh, I was like, that's how you could get the same thing somewhere else. Another Valerie somewhere else. And another Valerie over there, and another Valerie over there, and another Valerie over there. And guess what? Each one of these Valeries are making different decisions at every point in time. So obviously, each one of these Valeries will have very different outcomes and very different lives and very different experiences. And what we are saying, so there are many things in science that point to, oh wow, there's more than one me. There's many things in science that point to that. Now, if you say to yourself, okay, I'm going to test it. I'm going to make it scientific because I ask no one to believe me. I'm not looking for disciples. A master creates many masters. I'm looking for those who want to stand up and be masters. I don't need people to say, Reverend Val said it. No, what did you say? What did your inner guidance tell you? Because I'm following what my inner guidance told me. Here is where you determine if it's true or not for you. Make it scientific. Do it. Practice it. Go within. And when I say practice it, I don't mean do it once. I don't mean do it twice. I don't mean do it 3 times. I mean, how about do it every day for about a year or 2 years and then see where it takes you? You've got to make it experiential. Spirituality, magic, witchcraft, sorcery, all of it is the experiential. You can't do the whole thing from reading books. At some point, you're going to have to experience it. You're going to have to practice it. You're going to have to activate it if you want the win. Let's get to spell number 3. Something told me to tell you that. Yay! Let's continue. God, source, an angel, a spirit guide, your ancestor, my ancestor, whomever. Thank you. Let's go to spell number 3, screen share. Now, before we go to spell number 3, let's recap spell number 1. Let's recap spell number 2. And then we're going to go into spell number 3. Okay, so first, spell number 1. And you might be saying, where are these spells? How can I get these spells? Right below the video that you are currently watching, beloved, you click on that, you put your name and email address in and your phone number. And then what's going to happen is that I'm going to send you all the goods. That's what's going to happen. I don't bug you with useless emails. And if you choose to do this, please open your emails. Okay? If you choose to give me your email address, please open the email when I send you a message. Yay! All right. Well, I want to clarify something about spell number 1 and spell number 2. I want to clarify something about spell number one and spell number two before we go to spell number three. Spell number one and spell number two have the same list of supplies and ingredients because I want to make this very simple and actionable for you to do. And also, I don't want you to get caught up in all the things. Oh, I have to go run around and get all this stuff for spell number one. Then I have to run around and get all this stuff for spell number two. You can do the first two spells. And mind you, these spells do not need to be done in the order I'm giving them to you. No one is more important than any other. They're what do you require now as led by your inner guidance, your intuition? You know what's right for you. I'm giving you a buffet. When you go to the buffet, you say, oh, I don't eat chicken, I eat salmon, and get that. Spell number one, which we call Empire Enchantment, is here's your list of supplies, and then the Bible verse that we work with to create your sigil, as I showed you earlier, is Psalm 112:3. Wealth and riches are in his house. Wealth and riches are in my house. Wealth and riches are in her house. Wealth and riches are in their house. Whatever you want to change it to, from his to whatever, it doesn't matter. The universe knows what you're talking about. And you're going to create the sigil from that. I showed you how to do that already. Now, if you don't remember or you weren't clear, when you put your name, email address, and phone number in below, I promise you I don't spam. I promise you we never sell your information. I promise you your information is safe with me under lock and key, because I don't like when people send me stuff that I don't want. I'm only going to send you stuff you want and what you asked for. When I send it to you, you are going to receive access to the deep dive Q&A session that we do after these live streams. That's where you come onto a Zoom with me, and you're going to get the replay of the Zooms. If you haven't been in the live Zoom with us, it's okay, because in there we go into deep dive and Q&A. So in the deep dive, I show you the specifics. So it's ready for you right now. Deep dive of day one, deep dive of day two, deep dive of day three, day four, day five. I'm going to make you a manifesting magical mofo in 5 days. Took me decades to do this. That's the benefit of working with a master. They could just give it to you right away, because you're getting their benefit, the benefit of their years and years and years of trial and error. Does this work? Does that work? I mean, I had to make up a lot of the stuff. Let me tell you something about Christian witchcraft. I had to make I had to make this stuff up because there was no book on Christian witchcraft when I was starting. I couldn't find books on how to make spells from Christian witchcraft. Yes, they had hoodoo, but the hoodooists weren't on every corner. The hoodoos, not hoodooists. The hoodoos weren't on every corner telling you all their secrets. No one was telling me all the secrets, and the infinite guidance that I was receiving was showing me that I was to create it. So I promise you, I had to bumble around in the dark for, well, not really bumble around in the dark. I had to try a lot of things, being guided, because I read Wicca. This is not Wicca. I studied Wicca for many years. I love Scott Cunningham. That helped me tremendously. I studied the grimoires, all of those ancient grimoires, Key of Solomon, all of those, the Lemegeton, Pauline art, Ars Notoria, all of those. I studied those grimoires. I have them. The sacred magic of Abramelin the Mage. I was amazed by the sacred magic of Abramelin the Mage. I loved it. I got magic books on magic books on magic books. Okay, so I have all these magic books. Then I delved deep into angel magic. See, I had to go down all those rabbit holes. I went deep down into the rabbit hole of feng shui. I was all in the East. I was in I Ching and all of this. Deep dive for years. Like for 2-3 years, I was deep diving into feng shui. I woke up feng shui. I went to bed feng shui. I studied feng shui. Then I did deep dive into tarot. Do you understand that you cannot get a surface meaning of these things? If you try to get a surface level understanding of these things, it's not going to reveal the secrets to you, because the secrets are revealed by love. What you love reveals its secrets to you. That's why I got High John the Conqueror right now in my wallet, in my purse. And I pour love on High John, and High John tells me his secrets. You're creating a relationship. And so what you love will tell you its secrets. So do you understand? I had to deep dive into all these rabbit holes for decades to inform the magic that I would bring forth as Christian witchcraft. It didn't exist. Now, yes, there's Christian witches over there doing things, but they weren't writing books about it. I never found a book about Christian witchcraft until I wrote it. And that is true for you and everyone. If you are looking for a book and you can't find it, that means you're the one to write it, baby. If you keep looking for a book, there's no books on this. That means tag your ed. You're the one to write those books. So I kept looking for like, how do you do Christian witchcraft? And I knew within me that it was going to be me that brought it forth. I've been around a lot of people who are in Yoruba and Ifa, a lot of people. A lot. I've been to Bembe's, all of it. We be dancing, we with the Orisha, they done, slaughtered some things to do the things. You got the drummers, oh, we going. Beautiful. I wasn't called to that path. Why? Because I was to create a path. Oh Lord, that's so big and scary and overwhelming. What? Create a path? A tradition that doesn't exist? Create it? How come I just can't get a book on Santeria and just learn how to be a Santeria person? How come I can't just get a book on Espiritismo? Now, I studied Espiritismo because my father in this life, my biological father in this life, is Puerto Rican. So that runs through my blood. So, of course, that's the Puerto Rican spirituality, magic. Of course, that would speak to me. It wasn't for me to go get initiated in that. It wasn't for me to get initiated in condomplé. It wasn't for me to get initiated in voodoo and voodoo. That wasn't for me, even though I studied them. What are you going to initiate in and have as your path, your practice? Christian witchcraft. I know, right? Where did that come from? Never saw it coming. And that's what you're here to create. You're here to create something new, baby, that never existed before. Something when people hear it, they'd be like, "What? You can't do that." Okay. Just say okay to them, baby. Just say okay because don't heed people that say you can't do it while you're doing it. Don't heed them. Heed this. So this showed me how to do Christian witchcraft. Next thing you know, I wrote the book on how to be a Christian witch, how to be initiated as a Christian witch. It was all coming to me because this is my path. And I'm simply sharing my path. If it works for you, it works. If it doesn't, go to Yoruba. If this doesn't work, go to Santeria. If that doesn't work, go to Hoodoo, Voodoo. Everyone's being led to where they are to be. So I want to give you that background. I want you to understand what I'm offering you. I'm offering you Christian witchcraft. I don't know voodoo. I don't know how to draw a veve. I love it. I've seen it. I've studied it. I've been with voodoo practitioners. I will go to the voodoo capital of the world back in Benin and Togo and Mali. I don't know it. I haven't been initiated in that because they cleared those things off the path for me. My spirit team showed me, know those things. You're not going to be initiated in that. Okay. Because we're always looking for something to be initiated into. I was looking for something to latch onto. And when there's nothing to latch onto, you must be only guided by spirit. There was no path. So get out your machete and start hacking away through the woods because you're making a path. Do you understand? That's what mavericks do. That's what trendsetters do. That's what powerful people do. They blaze a path. It ain't already laid out for you. You blaze the path. That's what I had to do. That's a trailblazer. There's no path, you make it. And do you make it from your mind? No. Please don't make the path from your mind. Your mind will have you crazy. If I listened to my mind would have me probably on the street hooking myself right now. What a horrible pit. If I listen to my mind is not going to be the guide. Spirit is the guide emanating from the heart. Spirit, higher than my mind. And my mind is being used by the power of it being spiritualized, aligned with infinite mind, which is my real mind. My lower mind ain't my real mind. Okay? Yes, 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 family. I'm so happy. You're with me. You're with me. I'm so happy. Let's get into the spell number 3. Let's go. Because this is going to be an interesting one. Now, spell number 1. Oh, look, somebody's in it right now. I love that. I love that. Okay, so spell number 1 is for you to enchant your entire empire, the whole thing. Now, I want you to notice that here there is a spirit team invocation. Let's open it. This is a sample. You can use it or you can spice it up to be what you want it to be. Copy and paste, I don't mind. And make it what works for you. This is a spirit team invocation. Before you start anything, please call your spirit team. Don't do this by yourself. They will guard you. They will lift you up as a wings or angels. They're like your team for everything, for guidance, for protection, from not coming into. And when I say protection, I don't mean, oh, something's going to get me. I mean, don't go that way, go this way. I mean, when you meet with something on the astral plane that's not for you, they're going to step in and be like, step away from her. Boo, you keep going this way. See, there's a lot of spirits in this world, and you just want to stay where you're supposed to be. It's a huge infinite universe. Then I gave you the instructions of how to create the sigil. And on day 2, I gave you that. Day 1, we did this formula because I wanted to empower you with the formula first. Here is the intention or petition for this particular spell. This is what you're actually going to speak. This is the spell. This is to enchant your entire empire. And if the wording is not perfect for you, write out your perfect spell. And if you don't want to write out your perfect spell, one is already written out for you. And I promise you it works. I give you the magical timing of when to do it. After the spell, I just added that this morning. This is what and I'm so happy for these deep dives because questions come to me that I had not thought of when I was creating it, because I may be and assuming that people may know something that they may not know. So y'all tell me if there's something you don't know. Like they asked me, what do I do with everything afterwards? I was like, oh, thank you so much. See, I'm just on to the next. I didn't think to give clear instructions on what you do with everything when you're complete. So I did that. I went back and I wrote that in. And then I give you the option of joining us in Money Magic if you so choose, where we do this on the regular, baby. Okay, this is spell number 1. This is where you're going to enchant your entire empire. Okay, let me keep track of time because we're about to hop into our deep dive Zoom after I give you spell number 3. Here is spell number 2. Let me close that. Okay, you got spell number 1. We are now going to go to spell number 2. What is spell number 2 for? This is for clients, customers. Come to me now. Ooh, baby. Ooh, calling them in. Customers and clients. Any kind of customers and clients? No. Perfect clients and customers. Dream clients and customers. And you're going to love what Kaisi put into this spell for you. Look at this intention and petition. I give you all the steps, but look at this intention and petition. Look what I put in this intention and petition for you. I'm going to show you a line in here that is going to, okay? So we're calling them in and we're making sure that they have the money to pay you. Stop calling to yourself people that don't have the money to pay you. Why? They're not ready to pay you yet. Keep giving them free. Let them watch you on YouTube or a $10 book. Let them buy a $10 or $20 book from you. We don't leave people that can't pay you right now. Why do you need to talk to someone who can't pay you right now? Answer that question for me. You're not helping yourself or them. They can't pay you. If I go into a Fendi store right now and I say, give me that purse, and I have $5,000 in my purse, and they say that purse costs $10,000, I'm not getting that purse today. Now, maybe I'll get something that's $5,000 in the store. So I need to turn around and walk my butt out that store and go get another $5,000 and come back when I have $10,000. They're not going to get a payment plan on a Fendi purse. They're not going to say, okay, well, it was $10,000, but since you only have 5,000, we'll give it to you for 5,000. They're not going to do that. So I need to recognize I am in a place right now where I want that Fendi purse, and I do not have the current funds in my purse right now to buy that Fendi purse for $10,000. So I'm going to walk my butt back out here. I'm going to sit down and do my magic, and then I'm going to get up and do the physical steps that are required, like we do at Money Magic. You do your magic, and then you create a landing page. Magic does not replace doing physical steps. I don't know. I think some people believe that. None of y'all, of course. And so I'm going to sit down. I'm going to get another client. And here I brought forth another client that is $10,000. The client paid me $10,000. Now I have $15,000. I'll go back if I feel like it and get that $10,000 purse. Then I'll take that other $5,000. I'll parlay it and I'll make it, turn it into $25,000, turn it into $100,000, or whatever you want to do. You know, I don't have judgment on people buying a $10,000 purse. Who the fuck cares? There's somebody right now buying a $300,000 car. Why you got judgment on them? Who the fuck cares? Go get your own thing, what you want, without ever judging anything anyone else is getting. Because your judgments are only hurting you. They're not hurting the person that's buying the $10,000 purse or the $300,000 thing. The judgment is not hurting them. Your judgment of them is only hurting you, if you still have judgment of them, but we're going to take care of that today. So let me show you the line in here. Now they're coming to you by the droves. Here it is. Ready to buy, ready to invest in themselves. Okay? Now, I also put in here, ready to invest in their healing, growth, and expansion. They have the money. They have the money. They have the money. Please stop talking to people that don't have money. This is not a judgment on people who don't have money. I haven't had money a lot of times in my life. This is not a judgment on people who don't have money. This is an awareness that the consciousness is vibrating lack, limitation. They're on the don't have vibration. No, they can flip themselves and be on the have vibration, which is fullness, all sufficiency, overflow, abundance, more than enough at all times, waking up in the morning to new deposits in your account. Like I would love waking up. Cha-ching, the thing does cha-ching. I love that. Thing does cha-ching. I love that. I love that. Because you're in the overflow. You're on the have vibration. So you're not judging people because they don't have money. No, because you may not have all the money you want at this time to go buy what you want to buy. Where are you vibrating? Where are you vibrating? Are you vibrating overflow, more than enough, sufficiency, allness, goodness, universal good? Where are you vibing? So you will love spell number 2, because spell number 2 is you're going to customers and clients come to me now. And you're not doing this blanket thing, just calling any and everybody. We don't want any and everybody. You want to repel and attract, just like a battery. A battery has a repelling end and an attracting end. You got to repel the ones that are not your perfect clients. We teach you how to do that in Money Magic. Now it is time for spell number 3. Oh, baby. I'm going to give you the overview of it, and then we're going to hop in the video in the deep dive Q&A, and I'm going to give you all the details. This is a release. Why do we need to do a release? Because if you're absolutely honest with yourself, as we must be in spirituality and magic, witchcraft, if nothing else, tell yourself the microscopic truth about yourself at all times with no judgment. I still have lack and limitation in my consciousness. Not, why do I still have lack and limitation in my consciousness after I've done all this wealth consciousness work? I did 40 money mantras with Rev twice. I did 40 money spells, and I'm doing it now, and I still have lack and limitation. No, that's your problem. You're judging yourself, and judgment blocks energy. This is energetic. If you lovingly tell yourself the truth, I've discovered I still have awareness and in love, yet you're telling yourself the microscopic truth. Stop avoiding telling yourself the microscopic truth. Ooh, I'm still afraid of that. And if you tell it to yourself with no judgment, it's easy. Oh, wow, I'm still afraid of that. Okay, okay. Thank you for that information. Now I'm going to alchemicalize that fear into love. Please tell yourself the truth about yourself. Stop looking at other people. Stop saying, I don't have it because I'm black. Stop it. I could tell you, show you 50 million. I could show you at least a good dozen very rich black people. If it worked for them, how come it can't work for you? Beyonce, billionaire. If it worked for Rihanna, how come it can't work for you? I mean, if it worked for Oprah, how come it can't work for you? We could go down the list, a bunch of billionaires who are black. And if you go to Nigeria, every damn body got money. I ain't met a Nigerian yet that was broke. Hello. I have never met a broke Nigerian. Do what you want with that information. That's in my ancestry and my lineage. That's the most that's in my ancestry and lineage is Nigerian. So I figure, okay, now I'm destined to be wealthy because I don't know one Nigerian that don't got money. I'm sure there may be. Nigerian consciousness is, oh, we thrive. We got that money. We are industrious, baby. They got degrees on degrees and money on money. And so you'll stop telling yourself things like, oh, I don't have it because these clients, they're just not good. No, boo. Oh, what? How did I attract all these people that can't pay me? That's what you need to be asking yourself. You can't say people can't afford it. How did I call to myself? Tell yourself the honesty. How did I call to myself all these people that can't afford it? I like to know that about myself. No judgment. Don't ever make yourself wrong. Simply curious. What's happening in my consciousness that I magnetize to myself so many people that don't pay me, or don't think they should pay me, or don't find what I do worthy of payment? How did that happen? I'd like to correct that in my consciousness. Tell yourself the microscopic truth. So spell number 3 is where the rubber meets the road, baby. This is where you're going to get in there with yourself. Also known as shadow work. All right, here's your list of supplies. This is what you're going to require. You're going to require some of the things that we've talked about already. This time you're going to go to the river. You are not doing this in your home. You're doing this, spell number 3, at the river. I did this at the river on the full moon. I still remember it. It was incredible. It was incredible. Now, I want you to be very careful because when you go to the river at night, just be mindful. Just keep yourself. Just care. Just care, right? Don't be in the middle of the night somewhere where you ain't supposed to be. It's not a good look, okay? Don't tempt your angels that they got to do all this blocking for you. Just go to a peaceful, lovely place by the river. All right. You're going to do white paper with a red pen. You're going to do a white, beautiful envelope. You need an envelope that you can seal. You're going to do all white clothing, all white, including wrapping your head with white or a cap. This cap would do well. A head covering with white and white undergarments. I'll tell you why in the deep dive if you want to know. You can ask me in the deep dive. Honey. You're also going to take a pumpkin, a squash, or a gourd. 3 oranges are good as well. Here are the steps. You're going to cleanse yourself, follow all the steps. Then you're going to write. What are you writing? I'll show you what you're writing. You are going to write in red ink, no purple pen for this one. Red ink. Red tells your subconscious mind, no, stop, halt, cancel, delete, discard. You're going to write in red ink all you are disposing of, releasing, getting rid of, and no longer will tolerate in yourself and your world. Like what? I gave you some examples, beloved. I gave you some examples. Price cowardice, being afraid to raise your prices or fees. That was me. And if I'm extremely honest with myself, I still have price cowardice on some level because I haven't charged someone 500,000 yet. I could. Price cowardice, guilt, feeling guilty for having more money while seeing other people who don't. Feel a little guilt, a little twinge of guilt, a little twinge of guilt. Get rid of it. Doesn't help you, doesn't help the universe. You see homeless people, you feel kind of bad. Oh, let me give you a couple of dollars. Why are you giving a couple of dollars to a homeless person? Don't feed energy to a person that is in lack. You're just putting money in a black hole. The best thing you could do is emanate fullness, overflow to the person who is currently exhibiting that experience of homelessness. Guilt. Feeling guilty. You came from the hood. I came from the hood. When I left the hood and I got a nice house, I was like, ugh. But what about all the people still in the hood? Baby, all the people still in the hood are making their own choice. One of my mentors told me the best thing you could do for poor people is not be one of them. Oh, wow. Okay. Feel a little guilty for your success. Tell me if any of these have touched you. It has for me. Shame, being ashamed of your success. So you shrink in order not to show off. I got a new car, but why are you ashamed of your success? Now, you're not supposed to be going around braggadocious, beating your chest. Look what I did. Look what I did. That's the ego. Yet shrinking is the ego too. Both extremes are a problem for you. Braggadocious, beating your chest, arrogant, that's a problem for you. And hiding, not want to tell anybody you got a new car. You come to the family gathering and you kind of park your BMW. And you ain't told nobody you got a new car. Somebody come in, whose BMW is that out there? Oh, it's mine. I just picked here you go shrinking. Oh, I just picked up a little something. What? You got a BMW? Everybody in the house. Let me see. They running outside. Look at this BMW. You're like, it's nothing. People give you compliments. You're like, oh, that's nothing. Accept your greatness. Yes, this is my new car. So thankful. So appreciative. And don't give it away. People cast away their success to the sky daddy. I'm just praising God because God did it. God did it all. Praises be to the Most High. Stop it. The Most High didn't go to the car dealership. The Most High didn't do the work that you did. You did it. You did the phone calls. You did the text. You did the building of the website. You did the sales of the thing. It's all praises be to the Most High. That's another way of fear, of shame. I'm gonna call a spade what it is. Y'all the heads of Christians. Oh, it's all God. Boo, it ain't all God because who made the phone calls? Who did the text? Yes, we're working from the infinite source who powers our very life. But didn't you do the thing? And didn't you do the things? Acknowledge that you did the things. Oh my God. We have so much to shift in our consciousness. Letting the Sky Daddy take all the credit. Sky Daddy did it all for me. Won't he do it? When somebody say, won't he do it to me? Don't expect me to say, won't he do it? You will not hear that out of my mouth, that I'm a minister. I'll be like, oh, what did you do, beloved? What did you do? Because you had to activate it. You did it. You did everything in your life. And you did it from the infinite source, the infinite power that is within you, that is within all. So stop just casting out all your accolades and putting them up there in heaven somewhere to a sky daddy no one has ever seen and never will. There ain't no sky daddies. Look in the damn mirror. Okay, you're getting me to preaching now. Let's keep on. We're releasing all of that. Next thing is fear. And if you don't like what I said, that's okay. Because if you get triggered, that's my job. Fear of success, and fear of your own power. People say, when I coach people, I've been coaching people for 20 years. When I coach people and say that they're afraid, oh, what are you afraid of? I'm afraid of failure. You know what I always think? Pause. Beloveds, young people. Pardon me now, I got to get with these kids. Did I not tell y'all that I have a class and that it is quiet? You did, but I was just pause. It's quiet for now, right? Yeah. So please help me help you. Remember, we have the pool. Yeah, help me help you. We have the pool after this. And what time? Do you see that we haven't gotten to the time yet for the pool? Okay. That means quiet. Yes? Beautiful. I had to get with my children. My children's children. These are my grandchildren I got for the summer. Very nice. Thank you so much for being so kind while G Mommy is on her class. Fear of success. You're not fear of failure. You're not afraid of failure. You know how I know? Because we've all failed many times. You're not afraid of failure. You know exactly what failure looks like. Afraid of success, afraid of the new responsibility of what would happen if you stepped up to the global stage, afraid of your own power. Oh, I've seen that every day, included in myself, because I like to tell myself the truth about myself. Wow, I'm afraid of my own power. Yay. Let's work with that. Let's transmute that fear into love of my own power. Uh, you want to get rid of weak or non existent boundaries. I know this is taking a little bit longer, yet we've got to get this stuff up out of you. You cannot ask for more and you still got crap inside of you. We got to do a release. We got to get this stuff up out of you because they're blocking your money. You're doing all this spelling for all these things to come to you. And then when it gets to your door, you got a block. You got a locked door. The thing can't even get inside your house because the fear is in the way, the resistance is in the way, the shame is in the way, the guilt is in the way, the bad boundaries are in the way. The fear of being seen is in the way. Right now, how come my videos only have 20 views? Beloved, do you really want to be seen? Do I really want to be seen? No, not really, because it's not safe to be seen. Okay, great. I love when clients come to wonderful conclusions and wonderful awarenesses about themselves. Great. Then my next question is, what would you like to do about that? If they say nothing, all right. If they say I have to get rid of this yesterday, all right. Whatever the answer is, okay with me. Let's just continue doing the work. Because that thing is going to get sorted out one way or the other along the path. I already know what's going to happen. That's going to get sorted out because they have the awareness. And awareness is 80% of it. You're aware that you shrink because you have fear of being seen. Now that awareness is going to work on you when you fall asleep at night. Wow, I'm afraid to be seen because my consciousness made up when I was a kid that being seen was dangerous. And after a while, that energy starts to dissipate because you see, it's not the truth. Weak or non-existent boundaries. This is where you have tolerations. The more successful you become, the better your boundaries need to become. Everyone can't speak to you. You cannot be accessible to everyone. Do you know how many people want to talk to me? They can't all talk to me. Is that your job to talk to everybody in the world? Or is it your job to create your artistry and bring your artistry into the world? It's not your job to satisfy other people's expectations and demands on you. Boundaries. All right. So, and any other thing you want to write out that you are releasing out of your consciousness that you are going to get rid of forever and ever. Amen. Fold that after you write it all out, write it all out. Take as many pieces of paper as you need. Dump it all out, dump it all out, dump it all out. Fold the paper away from you. It's red ink. And the whole time you're saying, getting rid of that, getting rid of that. Feel it release, feel it pour through your hands. You're just writing it out. Yeah, that's gone. That's gone. You're not fighting it. You're not in resistance of it. You're not acting like you don't have it. You're not projecting it on other people. You're acknowledging it and you're releasing it. Release, 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 release. Fold the paper when you finish. Stack up all the paper. Doesn't matter how much you need. Just keep writing as long as stuff is pouring out. And when it's done, you'll know. Then take the paper, fold it away from you. Fold it away from you again. How many other times you need to fold it to put it into the envelope? Put it in the envelope and seal the envelope. This is toxic waste. Energetic toxic waste. Just like they put those sharps in the hospital in a red thing. That's how you need to treat this envelope. And you're going to take the envelope and you're going to take your offering, your gourd, pumpkin, 3 oranges, and your honey. And then go to the river. You're going to lace your gourd, your pumpkin, or your oranges with honey. You're going to offer it to the river. Of course, when you approach the river, you communicate with the river. I tell you all of that. and you're going to offer it to the river, and you're going to place your envelope in the river. Now, I'm going to tell you what happened when I placed my envelope in the river, and then I'm going to give you a note for this. I'm going to give you a note for this. There is no need to name the exact river spirit that you are doing. If you know Oshun, wonderful. This is not only for people that do Yoruba and Ifa or Santeria. Rivers are all over the world. Magical practitioners, witches, wizards have been working with rivers all over the world. So don't be afraid of appropriate, cultural appropriation if you go to a river, because Druids in Ireland were going to rivers. Not only people who honor Oshun know about the river, all people around the world know about the river. And what you call the river spirits is pertinent to you. Now, we did this just now. A couple of words about the river. If you're going to a river that's very calm and you can sit at the river's edge or maybe even put your feet in the river's edge and, do that, beautiful. Because there's some rivers at the edge of the river, it's calm, maybe rocky, and you can just go to the river's edge. If you go to the edge of the Mississippi River like we were in New Orleans, baby, don't go near to the edge of the water, because the Mississippi River, people don't swim in that thing. That current will take you right under. Don't get close. Stay at a safe distance and offer it to the river. Be mindful of what river you are at. Now, also remember this, I put this on the page. The river's edge is a liminal space. It's a space between worlds. So understand you are crossing a liminal space as you interact with the river. And be aware, all liminal spaces between worlds, could destroy you, could take you up, could take you down, could mess with your consciousness. All liminal spaces are like that because they're in between worlds. Witches know this well. This is why they call witches hedge riders. What is a hedge rider? We ride a hedge, the liminal space between the worlds beyond and this world. So understand, when you're at the river, you are in a liminal space. Respect that. Honor that. Now, if you are coming with us into the deep dive, go hop into the deep dive Zoom right now. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow live again on YouTube and Facebook. Now, time for the deep dive on Zoom. Peace.